Liquid have been dominant in every single esport.
TL's the best team in North America!
GG! Liquid has done it!
Your next grand finalist is Team Liquid!
This is Level Up, driven by Honda.
Just wanted to make a quick video before I went to sleep about kind of my thoughts.
I'm running to me.
And yeah, basically I feel like we all picked up a lot in many games. And some of the games, like me ulting into Veigar Cage, we still won. And some of the games we lost. It just, there's so many different mistakes that are happening. The ones that stick out like sore thumbs are obviously going to be the ones that people talk about the most, but
The communication could have been more clear, for sure.
the game's not lost off of a solo kill. You know, just like it's not won off of a solo kill either. It's just, I don't know, it's just, to me, so disproportionately tunnel vision on like a couple things. Just want to make sure people realize it's not really true. I think this year, more than any other year, I feel like we were a strong team that just got fucking unlucky, man. Why am I so unlucky every year? It's so disgusting. It's so fucking depressing.
젠슨이 만약에 아칼리 같은 거라고 미드 밀고 로밍 always and fight.
I didn't really trust the plan, so they made their own anyway.
It never happens.
What can we do to win the fucking game?
이따구로 하면 하기 싫다고 진짜 야.
I think we are a strong team that can beat anybody. And that's why it's hurt so bad this year, because we weren't able to show it.
This year going into Worlds, what we focused on is making sure we don't like excessively pressure them or like try to make sure, you know, like there's less stress, less pressure, then make sure we, you know, improve in like a good environment. That's what we kept an eye out for.
The bootcamp felt really different. I think we had a really great approach to it. And I think we had like less bad days, and overall we had like many, many good days where we were just either winning scrims or we were learning a lot from the scrims, and we were always communicating. And I think the team never like sort of fell apart and was like aimless. I was always like super confident. I was like very firm in how I knew like our team should play and what I should be doing, and kind of like what everyone's role on the team was.
You know, we just spent a lot of time making sure we were just prepared going into group stages. There isn't much to innovate. You just have to be really good at your own style. You know, we know how to play through our strength, and then, you know, bring that to Worlds.
We had really good practice. We learned a lot, just like beating teams that we couldn't beat before, like years ago.
G2 was like the only team that was clearly super dominant in scrims. And then the Eastern teams were good, but they weren't like amazing and unbeatable. I think G2 was like the closest team to just, when they're on, they were just like really, really hard to beat. Every other team, we scrimmed the other NA teams, we scrimmed the other European teams like Fnatic and Splice. We scrimmed the Eastern teams as they came over. I didn't feel like any team was super great.
Started to think that we could actually win or like get out of groups or like even go further than that. I think we had a good shot this time.
Team Liquid is up versus the new superstars out of the LCK, Damwon Gaming. The LCS champions, they have dominated their region in the past years, and in 2019, Team Liquid has also had success on the international stage.
I think one of the biggest reasons why Team Liquid was able to overcome Invictus Gaming at MSI was because of Team Liquid's consistency. You may criticize them for how they approach the game in many ways, but you get the same thing and you get it reliably.
And I think this group is one of the most exciting because it is going to be so competitive. We've seen IG play, now we're getting our first look at TL and Damwon, and I think these three teams really could finish in kind of any order in the standings, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to shake out.
Gonna
gonna try for it, but a really nicely placed cage buys his space. There's the knock-up, a lot of damage coming across. First blood gonna come through, nuclear falls.
I only do combo right now.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna ult in.
I need work.
Fighting.
Okay, I'm tipping.
I'm Gragas, look at Gragas.
Well, a single knockup. Here's the pull right back in. The barrel's tanky. The re-engage explosive cast buys some time, but Doublelift finds that first kill. Barrel's still low. The flash knockup impact. Into the back line. Nuggery finds a bit of damage with the Hemo Blade. Won't quite kill Doublelift, but it's still a train coming through. The re-flash in for the top laner. The stun is there, and they're shutting down Team Liquid. What a team fight coming through for Damwon Gaming.
Team Liquid completely mismanaging that.
I'm biting.
I can go in here.
Guys, come. You guys come.
Gragas is first. You're here,
There's
guys.
for impact, but the rest of the squad's coming around, though. He's gonna back right out. 500 health from the Vladimir, though. Forward motion for the squad. Looking to kill off Lab, but he can't die. Finally, impact gets one, and they get a second as well. The Silicon for the top laner.
Nice. Good time, impact. Let's go Baron.
Yeah.
Go Baron.
I keep going.
All chunk.
Yeah.
Barely alive and walking away is Barrel. The jump in, can't find it.
He goes
There's
Doublelift.
There's one kill, there's two. Look at the team fight victory. They'll knock down the turrets. They will knock down the Nexus. And Team Liquid will grab the first win for North America at World. Go! Ah!
Nice. That's 1-0, baby.
Nice start.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Guys, put your gear on the table.
Features is, I think it's Doublelift for features.
You don't even follow esports.
I can't believe you f***ing
I know.
into a big
There's like too much on the ground, man.
You know, I wasn't gonna say anyone participated in that fight, but I'm just gonna say we participated as a team, guys.
Wow, we win that chase. 1-2.
Who do we play tomorrow? Or RG?
3-0 doesn't work for any team.
Yeah.
Always.
It's a curse.
Second week is more important.
I did 3-0 and I lost.
What year?
2015. It was with IT and HQ in the group as well, actually.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I think it was HQ. Yeah, it was.
So we got to what this year, right?
Yeah. I definitely want to do more than what I achieved last year at Worlds. I honestly believe like there has to be some sort of luck because it really just comes down to what team you face because your team style will do better against some teams and worse against others. So you will naturally just have a chance at having a really hard opponent, like, you know, either in groups or quarters or semis. It's hard to say like really what I expect. I want to go to finals. That was like the goal of mine after making it to semis last year. So it's still my goal, but you know, if we like end up not making it because we play against a team that's just way better than us, then I'm not gonna be too disappointed. Like, we tried our hardest, and I think that's what matters the most, that we don't just, you know, fall over. I just want to be able to put up a good performance against a good team and have a good game.
Victus Gaming inviting Team Liquid into the fight.
They're bursting it.
Left on the Baron, it's almost fallen. IG looking to steal it away under Team Liquid's noses, and they'll take it.
I get kite. Bright.
I missed ulti.
Bright, kill Bright, flash.
Oh, we're dead.
Ooh, but the shockwave finds 3. Invictus Gaming find their fight. So much damage onto Xmithie already. The Shy going low, ticking down. The Rookie's already taken down 1. The dive in from Jackie Love. Xmithie next on the menu. It's all on Jensen, but he's fallen as well. And Team Liquid have been wiped in their base. Invictus Gaming put their sights on the Nexus, and they will find vengeance for MSI. IG take the win over Team Liquid.
I mean, the ultimate goal is to win the whole thing, right? But you can't always win, and I realized that we are not the best team right now. I would just feel really bad if I felt like I was the one holding us back.
Oh, okay.
Outside.
You come downstairs earlier, you can sit inside.
Whoa. Just pass the rest of there.
I'm just throwing
I can't remember what AHQ plays. What have they been playing?
Lumber and
that's right.
They also play Lumber and TAPP, and their bottom just Kai'Sa and mid Akali and what is it?
So pretty standard.
Yep, they're normal standard. I like them more. I think like backpack.
Oh yeah.
They're too big.
Oh my god, IG won.
IG team fight. IG team fight. IG team fight.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh my god. Wow, IG team fight. Oh my god, two shot. Oh my god, two shot.
Oh my god.
Have fun here.
Alright, let's bring it, boys.
Okay, boys. 자, IG랑 얘네 게임 봤는데 좀 흥분될 수도 있는데 we are not team fighting, okay?
Yeah, so like we just watched IG Damwon.
Here we are.
But I know, but like we just watched IG Damwon. Like don't get too excited, right? And
우리 강점 우리는 매크로 팀이야, 얘들아.
guys, our strength is like our macro game, like against these teams.
매크로 팀이야.
Okay.
팀파이트 중요하지.
Yeah, team fight's important.
근데
right?
좋은 매크로에서 좋은 포지션 잡고 팀파이트 하는 게
You
중요한
know, like
거야.
we play the macro game first, like getting a good position, getting good spot first, and then we team fight. Okay? Play smart. And just be on the same page. Okay?
같은 페이지에 있는 게 중요하다. 달리지 마.
That's the most important. Not having split balls.
Let's go.
Right? Let's go.
Liquid on 3. 1, 2, 3, Liquid!
Onto the Rift for game number 2 of the day. AHQ with the blue shorts versus Team Liquid. Looking to even things out in this group, meaning it's going to be very interesting going into that second round robin. They don't have eyes on absolutely everyone, but another dredge line is going to land on Doublelift once again. A huge supreme display of talent. It is complemented by the equalizer, and now Impact's trying to fix it, trying to restore balance, but he can't. He just takes down the Nautilus, and AHQ have found another beautiful team fight.
I mean, that should be the game, honestly. There's potential here for them to just run it down with 4 members alive here. Only Ysera is missing. It's going to be up to Xmithie and Jensen. They'll have to clear out these waves at the very least.
And they are going to be able to defend for now, but it should be Baron as it just spawned.
But that's a misplay. If you cannot end, that is a massive misplay.
Just being in that moment is like Hail Mary. Let's hope for a miracle that they don't stop me. And it's just up to me and the other jungler to, like, you know, do a 50-50.
Careful, Xmithie here looking for the steal potentially.
Yep, teleport is going to go. The steal for Xmithie. He may have saved it, but Team Liquid as another equalizer comes down. It's once again very, very strong, but Alex is not going to survive. Team Liquid say thanks for the leash. Jensen once again has to go into the Zhonya's as that's the supreme display of talent onto 4 members, and then the killer instinct in the backline to augment it. Impact once again trying to be the hero, but he can't do it. A double kill for Alex as if he can. Team Liquid are done on Summoner's Rift for this game. The Nexus will be taken down.
I just can't believe how bad we were playing that game. The way that our team works is on our best day we can beat anyone, and on our worst day we can like literally lose to anyone. And like I think that game we really deserve to lose it. We're really frustrated with ourselves for sure. After this interview, I'm gonna go back and get spanked by the coaches. We are definitely gonna play a lot better in week 2. That's the goal.
When the Nexus was about to explode, Peter said, "All right, Jake, you can just end all the games after now. You've done enough." But the main issue is like how were we behind to that point that we had to do that to get back.
Stairwell, but all the way. Don't go outside, just follow.
Why you dead ahead of timing? What happened?
Oh, I didn't expect that Nautilus to be that fast. Because I saw Nautilus and I ran, I even either way, and they still catch me.
Yeah, he don't mobility. Where's our f***ing macro?
The emotions were like pretty mixed, and everyone was just having like criticism that what can other team better, or like what can other person better, and I feel like just the moment when we talked about it, it was, I guess, not the right time to talk about it, because like I think everyone was like pretty tense and like was just kind of defensive.
I think this week we struggled a lot more than I anticipated, but at the same time, we learned a lot from the things that went wrong in practice. So I think it's been a good learning week for us, and I'm just excited to get back on stage again.
I feel like my role here is, you know, not the heavy lifting that you guys do, not the heavy lifting that the coaches do, but like looking for small edges in places where you guys may not see them. So when I look at the last couple of days and then I look forward to the next 4 or 5 days, I just want to make sure that we're getting like the most out of it, because I feel like the mistakes that were made the last couple of days obviously need to get cleaned up. I know you guys will. So no scrims tomorrow. Brainstorm, like let's make a plan. Like what are we gonna do every single day? You guys have to be focused, right? And it's not a lot of time, but you know, like you've all said, the losses hurt a lot more, right? And this will be on our hands. Like we can do all the little stuff to have this group in our hands, and it doesn't take a whole lot. And the off season will taste a lot sweeter knowing that you did everything you could, rather than wondering, you know, what if? That. Just right. Next 4 or 5 days will determine what we do in this tournament.
When they take, we clear, we come in timing, we will.
Yep, I'm dead.
Oh, Lee was here. He just didn't ground.
From now we have normal lane.
Yep. Feels like we're, I don't know, low energy.
Yeah. 하기 싫어. 아 진짜 나도 하기 싫다 얘들아 이러면은.
What's the problem? Like, do we just not want to play? The only thing that we were frustrated was when the players were making really basic mistakes, you know, the same mistakes they should be making, when it feels like we're wasting time or they're not trying hard. That's the only time when like me and Kane just gets really frustrated and get mad at them.
The more stressed this team is, the less we work together, and I think that's like our biggest factor of like just losing a lot of games, because it's like either we're mad at each other or like we just don't trust each other, and I think that's our biggest downfall. You have to have that trust in order to win the game.
The whole goal for like this meeting, this feedback, is for us to like improve, right, as a team or individually. Like no one's trying to hurt anyone's like feelings or anything. We just don't have like the communication.
No, I don't think it's communication.
근데 그렇게 게임 못해.
It feels like it's always just fighting and making it volatile. It's just constant fighting.
Saying that problems are communication problems just is going to make us communicate too much and make things really confusing. I think it's really easy to just generally blame any problem on a communication issue when it's not.
I didn't enjoy like feeling like I was wasting scrim time, and I got pretty frustrated a few times. I think a lot of like the problems that we had, I could have fixed if I was just more confident in my leadership, and maybe our scrims would have been more productive. Our champ pools would have been like +1 or 2 more champs, and that could have been the difference maker. If you're really clever, you can identify these problems and be like, oh, that's the reason why Team Liquid lost, but when the team is winning, those problems don't even show up.
Let's just try to be direct about what everyone wants. What does everyone like really want? In my opinion, I think we should do the Sion and Nivea lane swap thing when they pick Kale.
I just think if we do that and we don't snowball the game super hard early game, it's gonna be a fucking hard game, because my matchup is gonna be complete.
The thing I've been working on the most this week is just making sure that everyone is connected when we go for plays or just anything in general, because I think we struggle a bit with everyone being on the same page and being connected together as a team, even on stage and just in practice this week. So that's been a big goal of ours and mine.
Do we have to pack our stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, pack everything. Mouse pads, 철수, keyboard, headset,
ready?
anything in the room. Yeah, we should head down, guys, now.
Alright. I'm ready.
Going into the last day,
it always feels like a sentencing day. It's like a judgment day. You feel like you're walking towards a judge who's about to either like sentence you 25 years to life or scot-free, right? And so it's always like a little bit nerve-wracking. We had put a lot of effort into like the very last day. We wanted to make sure that everything was perfect. We expected to make it through. There was just so much excitement behind making it out.
Our focus does not go past IG. Each game is its own game. But today is all that we have. You are 5 world-class players. And through practice and hard work, you are one team. A weapon that you're gonna use today.
Liquid on 3. 1, 2, 3, Liquid!
Coming up right now, Team Liquid versus Dom1. They've reached new heights this year, and today they look to reach the quarterfinals for the first time in the organization's history.
You guys want to do Sion and Nivea fast so that they don't...
Sion, they're gonna play a tank up here.
I would expect, okay, Team Liquid, they've been off on the moon scrimming Sion and Nivea in an all-important game at the start of week 2.
We were going to implement a strategy going into our game against Dom1. I think in their play-ins, there was a team that played a certain strategy against them, and it failed, but it actually got the team ahead against Dom1. They're going to get Kale. We're going to draft Sion. We're going to put him bot lane. He'll take experience from camps.
Sion is taking Raptor camp.
It's a lane swap.
Kale was being starved of resources very early on. However, we didn't go through with a dive, and because of that, we allowed Gragas to come up to top lane, and we should have just dove anyway. And so that didn't really put us much ahead. Like, it put us ahead a little bit, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a success in our eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna base and swap back Impact. Is that okay?
I mean, this match is really good to me. So
Yeah, I think to me it's not bad too.
We can actually do
Dragon's
Drake.
up right now.
Yeah, no, we can actually do. I'm not trolling. We
Oh,
can
if
do Drake.
Impact's here? Oh, no,
I'm not trolling. We can do Drake. I'm gonna push.
Okay.
I'm gonna push. You guys pull it, okay?
I think that game was basically lost when I called for us to go drag, and we like got wiped at the fight, lost drag, lost like 4 kills, and all of our flashes. I feel a lot of guilt, right, because I made the call to go drag. But I think I rewatched it over and over again. It's like, would I make the same call? I would, because I think if we played it well, it was a good call. It feels bad to lose like that for sure, because that was our cheese strat. It was supposed to be a big win for us and ended up being a big loss.
There is nothing else they can do. Their base is in shambles, and Dam1 Gaming will knock down Team Liquid.
We're like, okay, that's fine. We'll just beat IG. We can beat AHQ. That's fine.
Here comes the potential dive on in, jumps forward, looks for the ulti, finds the root, finds a whole lot of damage with the knockup, comes in for CoreJJ. This could be the turnaround. A double root, but it's still a 2-for-1.
Jensen's on his way.
Big damage as Sarah's gonna go down. Team Liquid find a way to turn around the fight. Jensen finds the kills. Alex finally goes in, might win that duel, force a flash away, finds the root now on a rainbow, and it's already 1-for-0. That's already Wako dead. It's kill after kill after kill after kill for Team Liquid. Minions flood into the base, they're gonna go for the Nexus yet again. They should be able to close it out, and they do. Team Liquid still in control of their own fate.
So we're denying their vision, right? Now.
Now we're denying the vision, it's fine.
It's fine if Cho'Gath shows and what I wanted to say was like, we just need someone to like, if you have like perfect information, like just make a call. But I think we're just hesitating so much, and that's why they just get to do what they want.
Yeah.
Something bad happens, something different like changes in the middle of the game, just call it off so that we don't die.
Good. Yeah. So okay, so now main champion is Akali. They not play right? So Akali, and then Kiana, Syndra. But I'm not sure about Syndra because they are lost with Syndra, right? But Luki can still play. Syndra, Jace, and then he play like Rihanna. Can also play LeBlanc.
Do we go not? I mean, they've been okay. So this team is actually willing to play Morgana against Nautilus. So I think we should save support counterpick on 3 if we can. If it's really bad for jungle to blind jungle, then we can do Nautilus. But if it's fine,
oh yeah, it's just gonna go all off again.
if it's fine, I think we should definitely just wait for support counterpick and then ban Morgana.
Yeah, we will do.
But I don't think they're gonna ban LeBlanc either.
그럼 K를 원영이 생각은 K를 주고.
The thing is that their Akali is double.
So Impact's idea is just ban Akali Jace, and then Impact think he can just for Aatrox. This case, then you go 5. Let's make this right.
Okay.
usually early game, we will not just follow our team. Usually, just that is not good. So mid game, your crew was not bad. But when they make like a call, like let's
Yeah,
let's
the
go.
problem was-
so your voice is too low. Problem is you have to you that time you actually you called it your condition, but your voice is too low.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure. That's it.
Bring it in. Alright, boys. Okay.
Right, boys. Simple. Best of one. LCS style.
그냥 노라고 할 때 노라고 하고.
Yeah. But when you guys like say no, it's a no. Like,
책임
it's a team.
팀원들한테 책임 미루지 마.
Yeah. It's not someone's fault. Like, it's team's fault. Okay. Like you guys make the
스스로
decision.
판단하고 콜 만들다.
You guys make the decision like yourself, like as a team, right?
그거다.
Yep. And that's it. Just play as a team.
5-man 1 play. Okay.
5-man 1 play. And then, yep. And then just guys, just have fun.
Liquid on 3! 1, 2, 3, Liquid!
I definitely knew that our last game could be the last game we play at Worlds. I didn't really know what to think coming into it, so I was just kind of joking around and just trying to keep a calm mindset. Ref, are we gonna win this game? A lot of the time it can be like super panicked when you're in an elimination game. But the thing is, I've been in an elimination game so many times, I realized what's best for me is to just relax. I guess I was just only focused on, doing my job and making sure I play with like no regrets. If it was my last game, I wouldn't want to look back and feel like, oh, I didn't show up on that game.
Okay, guys, this game is really busy.
Let's do it.
All right.
After pick bans were done, like we thought it was pretty good because like Impact was really comfortable on playing the Aatrox flag matchup. And then we picked, Olaf into Gragas, a counter matchup, and then LeBlanc into Kiana, a counter matchup, and then our bot lane was like an even matchup. So we thought, after pick bans were done, like it was looking pretty great.
We all thought we had that one off draft. We were like very confident that we had good champions for our players, and after I think like 2 or 3 kills, it was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm done. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's fair.
Pushing up bot.
Flash. Ignite.
Kiana got a kill, got first blood against Jensen. Kiana then went and roamed top and helped get Vladimir ahead.
Moby boots level 5.
Okay.
Level 5 though.
No flash. No flash ignite. No flash ignite.
I think I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blind no flash.
And when you have Vladimir and Kiana basically just like steamrolling the map at that point, it's really hard to come back from. And so we were like, okay, so we're down a couple kills. Vladimir's like starting to come online. Yeah, it's probably over. It's probably over.
I'm coming. I'm close. I'm close. I'm close. Vlad in. Kill Vlad. Kill Vlad. Kill Vlad. You have root. You have root.
No.
I can maybe look Vlad. Yeah.
Hit W. Oh shit.
Shana.
Yeah,
can I help?
I'm dead.
I can help you. Flash.
I'm
Can we
dead.
help?
I'm dead.
They're looking bot. I'm coming.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Vlad.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Right, no flash.
Keep running.
I'm at the
Back.
toast. They're going on me.
I'm looking TP.
I'm not seeing enough.
I cannot buy.
We need
Depends, babe.
Yeah, I'm clear this and it says.
Rip, lads.
We got on.
It's okay, guys. Yeah. It was a good year. Minus the end.
Yeah, it just was like over in a flash.
No doubt about it, Invictus Gaming with a better team on the day. They had a competitive game against Down 1 and they obliterated TL to win it.
Should probably go meet the boys.
disappointment felt so much worse this year. Yeah. Started off strong, 2-1. All we have to do is like win 2 games and we'll be fine. So we were in a good mood the whole entire time. And then it was that last day that just kind of like, just really stabbed us in the heart. And it was like, oh, this really hurts.
It always just sucks to lose everything that you've been working on for pretty much the whole year, you know. And then everyone's just frustrated, you know, there's a lot of emotions going on. You know, some people don't want to talk. Some people want to just let out what they have in their mind. Some people are trying to like cheer everyone up, you know, like next year is going to be better.
Yeah, basically I spent all year working on something and then I went and took the test on that thing and just, I failed again and it sucks. I think each time you have a little bit more resentment because you can't get past this barrier. Because I can't get past groups at Worlds. Yeah, it obviously feels really sad every time. And it feels like worse and worse each time.
Our goal this year was to, you know, make sure we win Worlds. You know, obviously we failed. So we are talking about everything that we need to be fixing, everything we need to do better.
Am I just gonna keep doing this like again next year? Because I spent all this time this year trying to make it out of groups and I felt really hopeful because of MSI. And I was like pretty happy with my performances all the way leading up to this Worlds. And even this Worlds, I was like, I'm playing well, like I'm making progress and I can feel it. Like this is the time.
It just doesn't feel right to just like stop here, right? It was like we should just keep going. Steve, Dodokan, and I started having meetings like every other day to discuss the 2020 season.
The only thing I guess I want the fans to know is I don't feel any like bitterness towards my teammates at all. And I would want to play with everyone again next year. If I didn't want to play with Impact, Jake, Jensen, and Core again next year, I'd probably just say nothing. But I just want to say I do want to play with them. So, you know, whatever happens in the off season, it's definitely not my call. I just hope we can try again because we have a great thing going and I think everyone on the team can improve a lot.